This is the video that your guitar tech doesn't want you to know about. We could call it how to avoid frequent setups on your guitar. Well, stick around, we're going to talk about it. There's an old Chinese proverb that says a guitar is only as good as the tech that did the last setup. Let's think about that. And while you're thinking, you might as well click that subscribe button. Thanks. So what's a setup? It's just a set of mechanical alignments on the guitar to ensure that the guitar plays at its best potential. So will those alignments last forever? No. You'll have to do a setup again eventually. So what goes wrong? Well, it depends. It could be the neck flexing, or perhaps some kind of wear and tear, or some screws moving. It could be anything. So how often do we have to do a setup? Well, it depends how quickly things go out of alignment. And I'm about to take you to the shop where I'll show you how some parts on a guitar went out of alignment within a few seconds of playing the guitar. So welcome back to Guitar Quackery, where we at least try to do things the right way. We want to pay attention to these two screws as I strum the guitar. This was a good example of how bad it can be. It's usually not that bad, but obviously I recorded this guitar because it really illustrates the point, so you can understand what happens. So I recently had a guitar in the shop that a customer brought in because there was some string buzz, and one of the strings was really low. And I noticed that one of the saddles was completely collapsed. So same thing happened, but over the course of several months. So at the beginning of this video, I said that I would show you something that your techs might not really want you to know about. And that's because if you implement this method on your guitar will be more stable and therefore require or not require frequent setups. So let's have a look. I took the bridge off of this guitar. This guitar is partscaster, custom built. The guitar has a name, Blondie. The bridge is right here. It's on the vise, and I removed one of the saddles, as you can see, and I am servicing the saddle, which is right here. So we're going to look at the saddle under the microscope, and we can see that there's not much thread engaged in this saddle. So I am using thread locker. You need to mix it before you use it. So I like to squeeze the air out so I can mix it like this. Put some here. This is just a piece of Teflon and a pipette. Okay, just fill it up. Okay, so now we go back to the microscope image, and I can put some thread locker in this area. And it's important to put it here. Okay, now we flip it. We put some thread locker here. And here. All right. So now this saddle has been serviced. Now I'm going to put the saddle back on this bridge. Simply put it back like this. I can rough in the positions for the saddle, for all of them. I just kind of take them off one by one so that I don't really change the position. And now, because I finished the other ones, basically the bridge can go back into the guitar. But that's a story for another day. Oh, excuse me. Guitar quackery? Oh, hello, doctor. You recognize your guitar, right? Yeah, that is your guitar. Yeah, why don't you come and pick it up? Cool, see you soon. Oh, by the way, don't forget to wear that Guitar Quackery t-shirt. Yeah, looks good on you. Yeah, okay, bye. Yeah, speaking of Guitar Quackery t-shirts, do you know that you can buy some if you just click the link below that says merch? Yeah, so this way you can actually support this channel so I can make more videos for you and give you tips on how to save money by doing some tweaks on your guitar so you don't have to pay your tax. Okay, so at the beginning of this video, I showed you another guitar. Now I'm going to show you how to fix that bridge. All right, so I just put some over here, like that. You have to shake it well before you do this. And just use a toothpick, or in this case, my favorite multi-tool. Just put some here on every one of the screws, okay? So that's gonna add some friction, but it won't be glued in. Okay, so I continue this. Then in this case it's a 1.5 millimeter. Just, you know, screw it in. Hopefully that solves the problem. The thread locker will dry within maybe 10-15 minutes, but we let it sit overnight at least. And then before we give the guitar back to the customer, we want to make sure that the screws still move, that they're not too stiff. So that's when we actually do the final setup. I'm now setting up the radius to match the radius of the fretboard, which is 9.5 inches. Well, I won't do the whole procedure now. I just want to show you this. Listen to this. All right, so the thread locker was left to dry overnight, and as you can hear, now we have friction. So this is what we want in order for these saddles to be stable. I had a slightly different situation on the Strat. On the Strat, only one of the saddles was out of alignment, and I really didn't feel like doing the whole radiusing and all that from scratch. So that's why I removed the saddles one by one and put the thread locker from the bottom side. So now I still want to check that the screws move. And in fact, this gives me an opportunity to show you yet another trick, how I did it. The guitar's been resting for a couple of days. I'm going to check the saddles before I'll let the customer know that it should be picked up. So here I have an Allen wrench. So basically, I will check every one of the screws. As you can see, this is the orientation of it. There's a little bit of slack, but I let it settle like this. I basically just turn the screw and then go back beyond the point where it's settled before and go this way. And I can see that the screw is turning. So I do the same for every saddle. This one settles here maybe. I turn it, then I go back and back this way. So I'm resetting it to the exact point where it was. do this for every saddle, and then if they are too stiff, then I would obviously have to clean up and redo the job. But I already checked everything. Everything's cool. I left a very important detail for the end. It's coming up. But before we go there, if you feel that this video has been helpful to you, it is customary to click the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And also this way, YouTube knows what kind of videos to recommend to you in the future, right? Smart. So, why don't we have a look at this very important detail? It's important to understand that there are two types of thread locker. This one is the 242 blue, and this one is the 271 red. They're not the same. This one is high strength. It says right there on the bottom, permanent. It's like glue. That's not the one you want to use for this purpose. This one is removable. It says right there. So this is the only one that you should use for this purpose. I guess I should mention, don't use this thread locker trick on a tune-o-matic bridge like a Gibson or Epiphone style bridge. This is really only useful on a Fender style bridge, which is also seen on Squire guitars and a bunch of other guitars that are copying Fender. So as I mentioned before, if you like this video, just click like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon.